I'm Jason UFC, and today we have a story about Conor McGregor responds after Justin Gaethje threatens to quit the UFC if Conor McGregor is awarded a title shot for beating Michael Chandler. Conor McGregor has responded to Justin Gaethje's recent comments of the possibility of the notorious one receiving a title shot with a win over Michael Chandler. McGregor and Chandler will be are serving as opposing coaches on season 31 of The Ultimate Fighter, and the UFC plans, very important, to book them in a fight at some point this year. Wow. McGregor is obviously he's a massive star for the UFC, and many wouldn't be surprised if he cuts the line for a UFC title opportunity if he were to defeat Chandler. Yeah, that's interesting. Gaethje weighed in on the possibility during an interview with ESPN. Would I quit? Would I, Justin Gaethje, quit if Conor McGregor won and they gave him a title shot? Probably. Gaethje told ESPN, that doesn't make any sense. But we'll come back to that. That's how hurt I would be by the actions of the company I represent. But that's out of my control. I just really hope that doesn't happen. I don't understand this. Wow, okay. We can imagine a lot of things, but there's a possibility that's the scenario which I would be devastated for sure. McGregor caught wind of these comments, and he hopped on his Twitter account to take a dig at at Justin Gaethje. This is what Conor McGregor says. This brain-dead fool got a title shot off one single win, and it was versus Chandler, yet he will quit and retire if I get the same thing. Classic Justin Gaethje, bird brain, Jack something, title, two title attempts, no wins. Okay, hold on. I'm MMA casual, but am I wrong about, maybe McGregor's wrong. I have no idea. Let me see. McGregor and Gaethje have been going back and forth on social media for many years. McGregor recently played the tweet and the league game at the expense of Gaethje, calling him a handicap over a clip from season 26 of The Ultimate Fighter. Gaethje, who was the coach during the season, told Jillian Robertson to focus more on her striking instead of a jiu-jitsu. Okay. Now, okay, I'm trying to think about this. I thought, I'm an MMA casual. I just thought, man, this is, since 2020, everything has kind of been a blur. So, Conor McGregor says, hold on, no, not Conor McGregor. No, it is Conor McGregor. What did Conor McGregor say that I'm completely lost about? Because Conor McGregor says this brain dead fool got a title shot off of one single win, and it was versus Chandler. Isn't that? I don't. These things are, everything's kind of blended together. I feel like, listen, like I felt like Justin Gaethje is on a 2-fight win streak. I thought he had a win over Chandler and a win over Fiziev, right? Isn't that his 2-fight win streak, or am I wrong about that? I don't think Chandler, man, like, see, all these things just kind of blend in together. I'm trying to think when Gaethje fought Oliveira, how did he get that title shot? Who did he defeat before fighting Oliveira? I could look it up right now, but I'm not going to do all of that. But yeah, I'm an MMA casual. Maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong. I know, like, Gaethje's first title shot was off of a win over Tony Ferguson. That was versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Gaethje won the interim title belt. I remember that. Even though I'm a casual, I remember this. And he took the belt. I remember. Didn't he throw the belt down on the ground after beating Tony Ferguson, like just mad disrespectful. It was crazy because he took the belt. I believe he threw it on the ground. He said, "I don't want the belt" or something like that. And he wanted to fight Habib Nurmagomedov. Habib Nurmagomedov told Justin Gaethje before their fight, "I'm going to take him to the deep part of the ocean." Right? I love that line. I just love that line so much. And then Habib ended up beating Gaethje. Now the question is, when Gaethje fought Charles Oliveira, who did he defeat to get that title shot? I can't remember back then. I just thought that recently Gaethje was on a 2-fight win streak recently, that he defeated Michael Chandler. Like, when was that, last year or maybe a year before? I felt like that was last year. No, maybe even 2 years ago, right? Like late 2021, right? Or that doesn't seem likely, because then who did Justin Gaethje fight last year? All of these things are kind of a blur, because Michael Chandler defeated Tony. He also defeated Tony Ferguson. I believe that was like a front kick to the face, but that had to be last year, right? Did Justin Gaethje not fight last year? You know what? I'm gonna just look this up. Let me check this real quick. Let's just look this stuff up. It's gonna take a few seconds. We're going through. Okay, let's just see, because I'm an MMA casual and I can't remember all this. So in my eyes, it was Chandler on a 2-fight win streak, but it seems like he would have fought last year. Let's see. Okay. Oh wow. Hold on. How long of? I was wrong about this. That was last year? Charles Oliveira defeated Justin Gaethje. That was last year. I thought, wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's interesting. So Conor McGregor is right. He's actually right. It is kind of, that's crazy, because what I thought was that yeah, I thought he just walked into that championship fight, that, he kind of got a freebie. So yeah, he fought Michael Chandler, and yeah, it was 2021. Okay, I do remember. I had that right, but I did not remember that Charles Oliveira defeated Justin Gaethje last year. It's not even been a year. May 7th, 2022. That's crazy. But yeah, Conor McGregor is right that you could see. I remember, yeah, when Justin Gaethje defeated Tony Ferguson. I guess, was that in the 5th round? Right, that was in the 5th round. He won the interim title. Then he fought Habib, right? He lost to Habib, obviously. And then he fought Chandler, right? Defeated Chandler. And then he did get a title shot to fight Charles Oliveira. So yeah, Conor McGregor is totally right about that. Where am I at? Where was this story at? Man, I have so many things open. Yeah, Conor McGregor is totally right. He wasn't capping. It is a little bit ironic that Justin Gaethje would say something like, well, a win over Chandler, how does someone get a title shot like that? Yet he literally lost to Habib, defeated Chandler, and got a title shot. So it just doesn't make sense on that. It literally is like very hypocritical, and it makes no sense. And two, why would you quit an organization, right, just because someone else got a title? Wouldn't you say, like, well, if Conor McGregor gets a title fight and if he wins, I'll fight him? Like, isn't it? Why would you quit? It doesn't make sense. Just say, you know what? That's even better for me. Then I can go and take the belt away from him, right? I'll beat him up when he's a champion. Like, why would you get in your feelings, right? Even though you literally got a title. I'm talking about Justin Gaethje. Now, you literally got a title shot after losing the title to, Habib. You get one fight, you beat Michael Chandler, don't even finish him, you win I think it was unanimous decision victory, 1-fight win, and then you get another title shot, literally another title shot versus Charles Oliveira. You lose that fight. Now you have a 1-fight win streak at the moment versus Rafael Fiziev, and you're talking about, like, the championship contenders. Like, I don't get it. Like, right now, Justin Gaethje, God bless him, but this whole one fight win streak and I should be in the title. No, like you already had 2 title shots. Justin Gaethje right now should be 3 fights away from getting another title shot. Right? We're seeing some of this happening with Kobe Covington. We're seeing a lot of it happen in the lightweight division. A lot of it happened in the welterweight division where, a few of these guys in the top 5, they want to get one, like literally be on a 1 fight win streak and get a title shot. Kobe Covington lost to Kamaru Usman twice for the title. He defeated Jorge Masvidal, and now he's next in line to get the welterweight title. And it's just like I don't understand it, right? Like, shouldn't there be some idea of, well, you gotta really get back into the title contention, right? Respectfully, Kobe Covington should have had to defeat a Shakov Rachmanov, a Bilal Muhammad, Hamzat Chimaev, right? 2 of those guys at least, right? Now, for Conor McGregor, listen, it's the UFC, right? This isn't a democracy. If the UFC is going to give Justin Gaethje a title shot after 1 win over Michael Chandler, how can anyone say Conor McGregor doesn't deserve a title shot? I mean, I guess people can say it, but if you look at the history of the UFC, why would it be okay for them to give Justin Gaethje a title shot, and everyone wants to all of a sudden talk about quitting the UFC because Conor McGregor gets 1 fight win over Michael Chandler and it just doesn't make sense. Like, no one quit when Justin Gaethje got his title shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand this. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I do think, if you're in the top 5 and you get, you lose the title not once, but twice, it should take, I'm not saying you got to go on like a 5-fight win streak, but I think there should be some idea of, you know what, you need to defeat 2, at least 3 top 10 contenders, right? Not 1, not 2, even 2, maybe 2 is enough. Top 5 contenders, a 2-fight win streak, that's fine. But to me, Kobe Covington getting a title shot after a win over Jorge Masvidal isn't really warranted. Conor McGregor getting a title shot after a win over Michael Chandler isn't really warranted. There's many more people in the UFC division, but the main point, and to end this video on this point, here's the thing that no one's talking about. The Conor McGregor fight versus Michael Chandler has not been scheduled. We don't even know what weight class is in. Everyone is assuming that it's in lightweight. Conor McGregor's last fight was in the lightweight division, but he lost to Dustin Poirier twice in a row. Conor McGregor's last win, I believe, was in 2021, and that was in the welterweight division versus Donald Cerrone. So will Conor McGregor come back and go back down to the lightweight division, or does he, see some opportunity fighting someone like Leon Edwards for the welterweight championship? Conor McGregor, I have no idea. I'm assuming he's in the testing pool at this point, right? But it's still going to take at least 6 months before the fight is even scheduled. They haven't announced anything. They haven't announced a fight date. They haven't announced a fight weight class. So all of this is, she says it's going to take months, a very, very long time. Justin Gaethje should be fighting Dustin Poirier next. A victory over Rafael Fiziev, a victory over Dustin Poirier. Then, Justin Gaethje can get back into talking about, who should be fighting for the championship and, if he's going to quit. It's just like Justin Gaethje, the idea that Justin Gaethje is literally threatening to quit the UFC, even though less than 1 year, literally less than 1 year from now, he was scheduled to fight for the championship belt versus Charles Oliveira. It just doesn't make sense. I kind of agree with Conor McGregor in this post. We had to go and check Justin Gaethje's Wikipedia, because I thought Justin Gaethje was on a 2-fight win streak. I thought he defeated Michael Chandler and Fiziev, but we've learned that he defeated Chandler, got a title shot, lost to Charles Oliveira, and now he's on a 1-fight win streak after defeating Rafael Fiziev. So I kind of agree with Conor McGregor that Justin Gaethje should not be throwing it out there that, someone getting a victory over Michael Chandler doesn't warrant them getting a title shot, because he literally got a second, not a first, a second title fight after being on a 1-fight win streak versus Michael Chandler. And now he's saying that anyone, with a victory over Michael Chandler doesn't. It's just, that's crazy. It's just, I have to say, I totally disagree. And I also disagree because it's just like, why do you care? If Conor McGregor gets a title fight, for beating Michael Chandler and he becomes a champion, then you go and fight him. Why would you threaten to leave the UFC? They don't care. If they really don't. They're not going to stop you from leaving. They're not going to say, oh, we won't give Conor McGregor a title fight because Justin Gaethje is threatening to retire or leave the organ. They'll say, oh, okay, if you want to leave, okay. I'm pretty sure they'll just say, okay. They won't stop. A lot of people, a lot of casual fans, I wouldn't say like myself, but other casual fans who are a lot more casual than me, they would tune in for a Conor McGregor title fight in the lightweight division, and especially if it's after a victory over Michael Chandler. It's going to be a big fight. But like I said, there's so many questions that we're 6 months away from, any fight between Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor. We don't know if it's in the lightweight division. We don't know if it's in the welterweight division. We don't know the date. There's a lot that goes on before that. And then once that's finally announced, then we could start talking about championship. As of right now, Islam Makhachev just defended the lightweight championship versus Alexander Volkanovski in February. The supposed #1 contender fight is coming up, and that will be at UFC 288. That will be Charles Oliveira, who hasn't fought since his loss versus Islam Makhachev. It will be Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush. The winner of that fight will most likely be the #1 contender. But let me know your opinion of this story. Do you agree with Justin Gaethje that, someone on a 1-fight win streak versus Michael Chandler doesn't deserve a title fight? Or do you agree with myself and Conor McGregor that Justin Gaethje was that person on a 1-fight win streak versus Michael Chandler and got a title shot? So his statement makes no sense at all. I'm Jason UFC. Today we had a story about Conor McGregor responds after Justin Gaethje threatens to quit the UFC if Conor McGregor is awarded a title fight for beating Michael Chandler. I mean, just come on, Justin Gaethje, come on. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.